Next is retrieving data from the other tables. Okay. Number of columns containing retrieving data from other tables. So this is it. So what is C? This lab contains a SQL injection vulnerability in the product category filter. The result from the query returned in the application response. So you can use a union attack to retrieve the data from other tables. To construct such an attack, you need to combine some of the techniques you learned in the previous lab. Okay, the database contains a different table called user with the column called username and password. So the given us, okay, the database have a different table. So see, in the backend we already talked about. So let's say they have two tables. So let's say one is for these product table, and other they give us, okay, they have the users table. So if I want to fetch from that users table, so how I can build the query? So I will show you. Same thing here. See, show tables. How many tables we have? Two. One is December batch, one is November batch. Same thing here. One is the product table in the backend. From that we can see the product and everything, these things. Okay, and other is users table. From that we can fetch this account thing. Okay, so what they are saying, so perform SQL injection attack and retrieve all username and password and use the information to login. Okay, so we need to retrieve all the username and password. So how we can do this? Let's say they are saying we have a query. So this is the query. Select star from December batch. They are saying like December batch where it equals to 200. So this is the query like this. So let's say this is the query currently. See, for this application in this situation, see, this is the query. But they are saying like you need to fetch the all things from the other table. So how we can do this? First, we need to fix this query. See, single quotation, hyphen, hyphen, space, hyphen. So we fix the query first. Okay. So first find out the this, and after that hyphen, hyphen, space. See, query is fixed. So we fix the query. After that, we can write a query there like union select, and what I want to fetch, select star from users, means see, same thing. So what is the query? One query is this up to this, and after that we added a our query, and from that we will fetch everything from there. So how this looks like in the backend? See, this is the query, let's say for the that, and if I want to add the other query, how I can add? Just use like union select star from November batch. See, now I am fetching that see, I am fetching that ID parameter also, and other than I fetch everything from the other table. See, by using union, and I united two query, and I am fetching everything from that table. So let's do this here. So what is our query for that? Union select star from users. So we can use this query. Let's try to use this. We are getting error. And why we are getting error? So maybe, see, in this situation, we are fetching things from the everything from the by using the star, but maybe star is not working there. So you can use encoding decoding, and other than that, we can use the technique we learned previously. Let's say first we find out how many columns are there. Select union select. First we check out how many columns are there, and after that we will find out which column is vulnerable, and we can use that for that. See, two columns are there. We find out select union select null. We find out, okay, two columns are there. Now we check out, okay, which is vulnerable, because we don't know which is vulnerable. So let's say check out first See, this is visible means this is vulnerable. And let's check out another also. Let's this is vulnerable or not. So write test. See, this is also means both the columns are vulnerable. So how we can write the query means we can use this for exploitation, both the columns. If this is vulnerable and what we want to fetch the username and password, same thing. So this star query is not working. So other than that, what query I can use there? And let's say, wait a minute. See, I can use ID and let's say name like this. I can also use this also. Okay, I did something. ID name. We are fetching. So we can use this query also. So we are doing the same. So we find out, okay, both are vulnerable. So how we can write the query there? So select username, password, and from where? From users. See, this is visible. We have the username, we have the password, and we can use them for the login. See what I did? Select union select. So currently both are the vulnerable. Other than that, if both are not vulnerable, what I do? I use one for exploitation. Let's say other is not vulnerable. So what I write the query? This is the query. I will fetch the first username, and after that I will fetch one by one. And after that I will fetch the password. See, so after that we can use them for the login. See, we log in there, and this lab is solved. Okay, this is all about retrieving